Hey, once again, all my beautiful astrolites. I hope you guys are still enjoying your lovely Thursday morning. Uh, Unfortunately, I gotta go into work early. I'm working all day today because of the whole Black Panther movie. But it should be good. I'm planning to make some tips and what have you. So, let me ask you a question, guys. Uh, so, have you ever felt so much pressure? I'm gonna hold my soda. Have you ever felt so much pressure from your parents because they want you to continue their legacy, even though you just want to create your own? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, what I'm here to tell you guys is don't fall for that parental, uh, do the exact same things that I do so you can continue my legacy bullcrap. We're all supposed to be, as we're supposed to be, what? I cannot get the words out. Okay. We are supposed to be our own individual person. We are basically, we're supposed to make our own paths, right? And you guys notice my thumbnail of The Rock and his daughter. But you notice that, Ava Rain, even if she is under pressure, she doesn't show it. And that's because she knows who she wants to be in this business. She wants to be Ava Rain. She doesn't want to be Rock Jr. or anything like that. She's part of a faction who is well experienced in the ring. She wants to make a name for herself and quite possibly become NXT champion someday. I know some of you guys are like, you mean NXT Women's Champion? NXT Champion nonetheless. What's the whole point of gender roles here? Uh, but yeah, that's actually going to be my next video on gender neutral, being gender neutral and all that stuff. But anyway, you guys have, some of you probably have the last name followed by Junior or the second, third, what have you. I honestly believe that parents don't want you to have your own individuality if they have to put a junior or a second or a third to your last name. That's just my opinion on it. Because I know some of the kids, they grow up and they're like, why did you call me Junior? Or why do I have a second or third last name? What is your... Because you feel like they'll have an ulterior motive. And at most points they do. Let's say that you have a dad who's a well-renowned doctor. And they train you... Oh, excuse me. Carbonation. They train you to work your butt off to be in the medical field. You see, here's the thing with parents. They're supposed to guide you to be the best that you can. They're not supposed to specify you and plan your entire life out. They're not supposed to be like, okay, look, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to like it, you're going to have benefits, you're going to live happily ever after, you're going to name your kids to this and that. To that I say enough's enough. Because I know there are parents who do that. It's mostly the WASPs. But, there are other, it's not just them, it's parents in general. Because they want you to follow in their footsteps. But they'll have more respect if they make their own legacy, if they follow their own footsteps, if they make their own paths. And if you're a parent and you disagree, then you can just leave my channel, because I don't care what you think, honestly. And if you guys hear sirens, that's ambulance. But that's basically where I'm at. I mean, look. Okay, look at this way. My dad was in the army, and happy early Veterans Day, Dad. I hope you're enjoying your day now. Um, admittedly, admittedly, we have a lot of Roberts in our family. Second, third, so on and so forth. Uh, but my mother chose my name. But that's something. That's a little different. Thank you, Mr. Fire Truck. But I honestly, ooh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. It's really good soda. But basically, what I'm saying to you guys is, my dad was in the army, and I originally didn't want to join, but you know what? We had financial issues. I didn't see any other options. I didn't think I was gonna get a job I applied for, but I did, and it coincided with me joining the army. But at the same time, it was a good experience. And I don't know, I kind of felt like I was following in my dad's footsteps, but the army wasn't what I wanted. The Army Reserves I was in, actually. My dad was in the other army. But basically, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be my own person. I wanted to do my own thing. And that's you guys see my point so far. Don't do things that don't suit you. If your parents want to be disappointed because you rather go to art school than be a doctor, let them moan and groan. All right, they're grown folks. They'll get over it. If not, then just leave well enough alone. Go to art school. Do what makes you happy. Stop following in your parents' footsteps just because they named you Junior, or, oh, I am Charleston Thurgood, the second. Oh, shut up! Nobody wants to hear all that. You're already making it difficult enough for uh, people to pronounce his name. Just enough's enough, parents. Let your kids do what they want to do. Within reason. I don't want them to, don't let them act a fool or anything. But I'm saying, life-wise, let them plan out their future. Let them do what makes them happy. Stop expecting the most from them, putting so much pressure onto them just to continue your legacy. Your legacy is already going to be remembered. Don't put so much pressure on your kid to do the exact thing that you did, and then they'll be miserable for it and they'll resent you for it later. Like I said, Ava Raine is making her own legacy. She's not wearing any Brahma Bull outfits. She's not wearing any Just Bring It shirts. She's her own person because her dad taught her how to be her own, have her own individuality. Be your own person. Be your own individual. Do what's best for you, not what your parents expect you to do. Or expect of you. Excuse me. I'm getting winded. Give me one second. Making me take a sip of my soda. Goodness gracious. I'm not necessarily saying you're bad parents, but just do a little better and trust that your kids can handle their financial or just their future, period. Let them be happy. If they want to self-route on the highway even after they get a college degree, why not? I mean, just let them be happy. After 18, you can't say jack spit. And even if they are 18 and they're doing something that they're doing something that you don't approve of, don't leave that manipulation crap at the door. Don't be like, oh, if you do this and that. Because I saw this on the They Them movie. They were 18 years old, but their parents were like, if you don't go to this camp, we still have your brother. You'll never see him again. They are holding their own child hostage from their sibling. You know how effed up that is? That's why I'm saying parents need to stop this manipulation crap. This is why we have so many problems with these kids today, because you're not letting them express their individuality. You're not letting them plan their own future. All you want is what's best for you and not what's best for them. That is not the opposite of what being a parent is. Let them make their own legacies. Let them do what makes them happy. Let them be an individual. If you don't like it, so what? They're grown-ups. You need to learn to respect that. If not, stay out of their life. Y'all are probably like, Asher, why are you so angry? Because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of seeing these parents wanting to... Give me 1 minute. Central Valley truck just went by. That's hard for me to hear. But like I was saying, I'm sick of this. Because it's like people can't be individuals anymore. It's like we have to live to conformist rules. We have to live in a society where we have to abide by certain rules. It feels like it's not even the land of the free anymore. It's sad, but it's true. There's nothing wrong with expecting the best from your kid, but don't have them relive your glory days. That's basically what you guys are doing. It's like, oh, I'm retired as a plastic surgeon, but I'm having my kid go in the field, continue on my legacy. No one wants to... Okay, are they doing it for them, or are they doing it for you? That's the real question there. Because I remember watching Shanghai Nights at one point. He was like, I didn't even want to be a policeman in the first place. It was my father's idea. I wanted to be a writer. That's what he said in there. Stop pushing your legacies so hard on your future generations. Let them be what they want to be. It's like Cheaper by the Dozen too. You know, because he basically raised his kids to be football players and cheerleaders, and his son-in-law was basically like, this baby's gonna be whatever it wants to be. It's not gonna be a football player or whatever you expect it to be. That's why I'm like, I have so much respect for that guy for standing up to his father-in-law and saying that. Because he was pretty much like, how's my next quarterback? And that's when he said it, basically. I'm just like, this is what I mean. If you want to make your own legacy, don't worry about what your parents think. Don't worry about your guardians, whatever, whomever it is that you stay with. Make your own future. If you it, it stop, and that's the other thing too. Parents are pushing their kids so hard to go to college, and it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, it is a good thing, but I don't believe we should push them so hard to go to college. That's what I think, because they're like, I actually don't want to go to college. I want to actually take the year off. I want to find out what makes me happy. And sometimes they don't find that behind a desk. Sometimes they have to go out and explore. And I know some of you parents are getting livid right now. I don't care. You can leave my channel. I'm telling it like it is. It is important to have a college graduation. Or, excuse me, college certificate, college degree. Trying to get the words out. It is important to have a college education, not graduation. But isn't the whole point of, after you leave high school, you find out what's the next path in your life? Why is it gotta be limited to just going to college? Like, they need to find out what suits them best. And that's part of the reason these kids take the year off. So they can be like, okay, you know what? I've had my year off, and it's kind of like their own Rumspringa. Like, they'll decide whether or not after that year, okay, I thought about it, and I'd like to see what my options are. I'm gonna go to state. I'm gonna go to this and that. That's basically why and parents get upset about that. They're like, "Oh, you're going to college." We got to stop putting so much pressure on these kids. Let them make their own legacy. Let them make their own decisions, especially if they're after 18. They're legal, they're adults. They can choose whatever path they want to. If they don't want to go to college, that's fine. The whole point of being an adult is learning things, even if it's the hard way. If you don't like it, tough. You did what you could as a parent. Now it's your job to let them go and let them be adults. Let them make their own decisions. If they want to go to college, great. If not, that's also fine. They're going to learn one way or another how their life's going to turn out. The reason I went to college was because I wanted to feel complete. I was taught from a young age that I'll get more job opportunities if I have a college graduation. A college. I keep saying graduation instead of education. I'm so hyped up today because it's Black Panther. I may be getting a lot of tips today. I don't know. I'm just so excited for today. And plus, tomorrow I have a day off. It's Veterans Day. I don't have to work. Hats off to all you fellow veterans. But most people, some of them who don't go to college, they just join the Army straight after high school. And that's a good career too. Much respect to the military. Navy, Army, etc. All in all, my point is these future generations can make their own decisions. They can make their own legacies. Stop adding junior or the second or third to their names to keep your family alive, or whatever twisted mindset you have when you do that. Excuse me. And I know some of you parents are like, "Oh, Astro, you don't have a kid. You don't know what is this and that." You know what? I grew up in a big family. I know what to do when it comes to. I know how it is when it comes to children. So don't even play that with me. When I do have my first kid, I'm gonna be like, "Okay, honey, look. You're 18 years old. You're legal. You're an adult now. I'm not going to force you to go to college or further your education. That's your decision. Although I will keep it as an open suggestion. If you want to take the year off, figure out who you are or what you want to do as a legacy or a career, however you want to define yourself as, I just want you to be your own individual. Have them be an individual. Don't expect them to continue your legacy, to relive your glory days, because they're going to resent you for it and they're going to live unhappily ever after. Don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to your future generations. That's all the time I got. Really sink in on what I just told you guys. Once again, happy early Veterans Day to one and all. Be safe, be well, be loved, and just be an individual. And in most cases, be well educated. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. We'll talk soon. I love you all.